Hey, what's up, guys? It's Javs on Twitch, back with some more Path of Exile, of course. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful evening. It looks like they have updated to 3.11c, and there's also some new transactions, microtransactions. They have a polar armor set. Cloak, polar cloak, Arctic shield, that's probably the best looking one. There's a bear cub pet, and a really ridiculously looking Yeti mask. But it's always nice that there's so many updates in this game, it's ridiculous. So patch notes. The 1.11c, they did make some updates. Apparently this is another unique item, which I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure if they've even announced all the unique items that they added. They're waiting for people to find them. There's some like skill checks and stuff like that. We haven't done any Elder Guardians yet, so I wouldn't have noticed that. So this is the big one. They made improvements to the visibility of the abyss cracks. I did an abyss earlier today and I didn't actually notice it, but I'm gonna keep an eye on that because it is hard to see them sometimes. That's why I usually have the map open in this league, because it does show where the abyss is currently on the map. But that was always like that, so I don't think that's the visibility improvement. And they apparently made them smaller, because I think in some of the narrow corridors you couldn't get around the abyss, which is the problem that I had a lot. You kind of get trapped on one side. And then a bunch of bug fixes. So anyway, always welcome that they did good stuff. Good stuff. So I'm level 84 in the Abyss League, the Abyss Standard League. I already did all my ridiculous dailies for the day, I'm pretty sure.
How are your maps?
And I bought a bunch of new maps from Zana today, so we should be able to make even more progress. I'm up to 32 right now. 32. What's up, VPR? Thanks so much for joining in. Hope you're having a great night. If you're not focused on elemental damage, does it work getting elemental attacks? Elemental damage to attacks? Well, it depends what you're scaling, right? So if you're not scaling elemental damage at all in the tree, then no, it's probably, I mean, it still helps you, it still gives you damage, but it's not going to give you the most potential that you would get. So if you're scaling fizz damage, then you mostly want fizz damage. So, but if you're talking about like the abyss, if you're talking about the abyss jewels, it depends, because you can roll 4 damage mods onto these, right? So only one of them can be fizz damage. So you could get fizz damage and then, you know, 3 other damage things. So adding damage is still adding damage. You know what I mean? So it doesn't hurt you. It's not going to be completely optimized. So for my build, I'm a spellcaster that's doing chaos damage. So does this 11 to 16 fire damage like not count for me? No, it still does. It adds 21 to 31 fire damage, which all in all to my total DPS is not going to matter that much, but because I'm not scaling yet. But it still is damage and it still gets counted on there. So it's not necessarily a waste. It just depends on what you want to roll on your gem, you know. But while you're leveling, it doesn't matter. If you're leveling, it doesn't matter. Any damage is damage. You don't necessarily have to be scaling it. But like towards the end game, you'll probably want to try to get the damage rolls that you're actually scaling. So if you're only scaling fizz, then you want fizz on here, and then whatever else that you want. So maybe life fizz, a resistance, and then like onslaught would be a good one for an attacky build, you know? So you could get that as your rolls. You know, or I think you mentioned bleed in the Discord earlier. If you're doing bleed, you could get damage over time. Like I have 12% increased damage over time while holding a shield, you would probably get increased damage while dual wielding. That's probably what you're gonna use. So you love the polar armor set? First time seeing it? Yeah, it does look pretty good. I like the... I guess I don't like the ice stuff as much as the fire stuff usually, but it does look good. I like the shield a lot. I think the shield is my favorite thing. So attack speed is probably more valuable than elemental damage? Yeah, attack speed is really good for you. For any attack build, really. Especially if you're dual wielding. Attack speed's always good for dual wielding, usually. I also got one of these Stygian Vise unique belts, which has the double abyssal socket and 50% increased effective jewels. Which means you can put 8 mods. You can put 8 mods onto this. Which is crazy. Because you could normally only put 6 mods onto your belt, plus the implicit, I guess. Right? But I'm probably not going to wear this build in this build. Wear this belt in this build. Because if I take this off, I don't have enough strength. And it's 32. I think I need 32. Which is an awkward number because I can't just tick this for 30. And trying to roll strength onto 2 jewels is not fun. So I think I'm just gonna save the belt for my next build. But it's still really good to have this belt. So I actually have a really good one. It just only has 1 socket in it, unfortunately. If this belt had 2 sockets in it, it would be insane. But I have really good rolls on this. I have 30, 38 for resistances, 85 to life. So even if I had, but this will potentially be better, right? Because if you roll 25, I think you can get 25 life or 30 life, right? So if you roll 30 life on both jewels, that's really 45 life, right? Because it's 50% increase. So then that would be 90 life on this, which is pretty good. It would be 90 life, which is more than I have just the 85 roll here. And then you can do the same thing with the resistances. You can get 15 resistance, or 14 resistance, would be like 21, 22, 21 and a half. And then your attacks, anything to attacks would be good too. So just get a jewel that has 16 strength on it. Yeah, I think the max roll you can get is 15. Strength. And strength is a suffix, so it makes it really awkward too. Because I can't roll strength and get fire and get cold. Because the most you can roll... I think the most you can roll for all the stats is like 15. On a jewel. So I'd have to get 2 jewels that each have like 11 or 12. And then I'd have to get 2... I'd have to get 1 belt that has fire on it and 1 belt that has cold on it. And then I can't roll the increased damage over time mod or the phasing mod. So it's not as good for me. Just for this build though. I kind of already locked myself in. What I could do is get these stats on other gear, which puts a little bit more pressure on my other gear. But that's always what happens when you run a unique, right? Every time you put a unique into your build, it puts pressure on all the other things, right? So I have a unique here, which means I'm not running any life or any resistances, which means I have to have more stuff elsewhere, right? But for a first build that we're probably not gonna like, you know, super optimize, and I'm not gonna spend a whole bunch of currency because this is a currency making build, not a currency spending build. I'm probably not gonna put that much effort into it. I could also get a second jewel socket in here, right? And just put the stats on it there too, right? But if I was going to do that, I might as well just tick the 30 here, right? Because that's cheaper. So, yeah. I think I'll just save it for the next one. I got mine for 4 chaos, I think. I'm pretty sure you got yours pretty cheaper. You can get 50 life, yeah. I haven't seen any roll with 50 life on it yet. I mean, that would be amazing, right? But have you seen a jewel that has 50 life on it ever? They must be pretty rare. So, I mean, it's probably exists, but I was trying to also get my other mods on it. You know? So, you know, there's life, right? But if I also want like damage over time or chaos damage. One exalted. This is pretty good for me though. This is pretty, like, this is the super good one. Chaos damage, life, and phasing. Chaos damage. This one's not as good. But yeah. Pretty expensive. We're not doing that. Yeah, I'm still within a budget on the first build, right? Alright, so which maps haven't we done yet? I found a strand earlier today, so I did that. I haven't done Iceberg. I guess we could do that. Let's just look through. Beach, Dungeon, Graveyard, Lookout. We've done all tier 1s, right? Tier 2, Alleyways I did, Aaron did all these. I haven't done Marshalls is the only one I haven't done. 3, Arcade. We haven't done Arcade yet. Cage, we did, I think. Excavation. We haven't done Excavation yet. Iceberg. I think I'm gonna do the Iceberg. One other thing, can I put this in this? No, right? It's only the... So you can't put like any jewel into it, it's just the Abyss jewels. Okay, Iceberg. Players have less armor and block chance. Unique buffs does increased damage. Sure thing. Yeah, so if you had 50 life, then you'd be really sitting pretty, right? Because 50 life is really, what, 75 life on that belt? I think that's like the highest roll though, right? So those ones are going to be very expensive. So, but it's very reasonable to get 25 to 30 life on a jewel pretty easily. And if you get 25 life on both, or 30 life on both, that's like... that's a lot of life. I mean, you probably won't be getting that much life on a normal belt that's not in this league. Stinging Doubt. I already have Stinging Doubt. Stupid. So stupid. Can you put Abyss Jewels in your passive tree? Yes. Yeah, you can put Abyss Jewels in your passive tree like this. Boom. But you can't put regular jewels in your Abyss sockets. So. Doesn't go the other way. Whoops. So it is cool to put it in the passive tree. I think if you really wanted to go all out, this would probably be the league to do like a ridiculous jewel build, where like you have like 7 or 8 jewels in the tree. Because it would be usually getting all the best jewels. Usually those builds are very expensive because jewels are usually very expensive. But in this league, there's such an abundance of Abyss jewels that it would be much easier to do that type of build for this league. It still will be expensive on the top end, because you could potentially spend Exalts on all the best jewels, still even with the Abyss League jewels. But you'd have a lot more options and a lot more things you can roll that are possible with the Abyss jewels. So you could make some pretty creative stuff out of it, I think. So, but, and it would scale pretty easily too, because you could do 1 Chaos Jewels to start, and then, you could just, you know, incrementally improve your build by getting more expensive ones later on. Strand map is great. Thought I heard a second one drop though. I don't really see it. Can you put Abyss Jewels? Yeah, well-rolled Abyss Jewels are pricey? Yeah, for sure. 30 plus C per even higher N ones are Exalts? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's the same as, like, they're gonna be a little bit cheaper than normal because there's, like, such a huge abundance of them. Like, there's a lot of jewels that drop in this league. But, but the 4 rolled ones that have, like, really high-end 4 rolls are still gonna be Exalts like they would in any league. But those ones, if you rolled 4 good mods normally on a jewel, those ones are like 5 Exalts in the other leagues, you know? They're like ridiculous. Or more. Like, I've seen jewels for stupid prices. That's why I usually try to do builds that don't have that many jewels, because I know they're like really expensive all the time. But if I was gonna do a heavy jewel build, this would be the league to do it, because there's so many more options. There's way more options than you would normally have. Because of all the Abyss jewels. There's like 4 new types of jewels, all with like, you know, 50 mods or something that can roll on them, right? So, but I think everybody should get that belt, though. The double jewel belt is just so ridiculous. It basically gives you better than 2 jewel sockets in the passive tree, basically. So, I mean, you could wear that belt and go for, like, 8 jewels in the passive tree, and, like, if you had done a heavy jewel build in this league, it's going to be even more powerful than, you know, than other leagues. Because you could get every jewel that you possibly could in the passive tree, plus you could put 2 more on the belt with 50% increase. Is this visually easier to see? Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I can't really tell what they added. Maybe it's very subtle. I mean, they should make some of these little tiny enemies easier to see. I think is more important. This one, I don't know if it's really that hard to tell anyway, because everything's on snow. So black on white is pretty easy to see. Breaches seem so passe now. It looks the same to you? Yeah, it kind of looks the same to me too. Keep the target on low life for 8 seconds? That's impossible. I have to just hit him with like a little bit of contagion. Gonna die too quickly. Better with shield charge. Like one single essence drain will kill instantly, so I'm gonna do like kind of lazy here. Put the shield charge in. Are you on low life yet? There. There. Now run away!
When we improve ourselves.
Reach you with the dumb missions. So, I don't know, I feel like the breaches, during Breach League, breaches were so difficult. I don't know what it was that made them so difficult, but they were just really hard. And now that it's not Breach League anymore, they're just really not that hard anymore. I don't know if it's the build I was doing back then was just tough, or maybe they actually toned it down in the game. I don't know. So, or maybe like all the new things that they added in the game have just made everything, you know, made your builds stronger. And, you know, breaches are just not that tough anymore because of that. I know, people always say like, oh, Path of Exile is nerfing everything all the time, you know? But in reality, they've added like so many, they've added ascendancies, they added Pantheon trees, they added like jewels in your belt now, like every single release they're adding like more stuff. There's like builds that weren't even possible like 2 leagues ago that you could easily do now. I feel like they have to make adjustments to things, you know? Because otherwise, like, people would just, their builds would be too OP. I guess that's the boss. Did we get a map drop? Oh, we got the Strand map drop, right? I guess that's pretty good. I want more map drops.
Ask away.
So, I'm gonna try to save things that And the other thing that's really good too about these jewels is because, I guess technically before they had like different colored jewels, right? So, you know, like green ones are kind of like for ranged and stuff like that, but certain things can, you know, roll on other ones and stuff like that, but they've tailored it even more so in this league. Because it's very clear, like, this Hypnotic Jewel is a super spellcasty jewel. You cannot get an attack roll on this jewel, you know? So even if I decide to craft this jewel over and over again, I know that I'm going to get stuff that at least benefits me as a spellcaster, you know? Whereas if I roll like a red jewel or a blue jewel, you know, I could still get some like fizz rolls or something really stupid, you know? So this is like a cold cast speed crit chance type of build, which is not that good. If I find a jewel that has like 3 like really good attack rolls on it, I'll try to sell it maybe. I think it's gotta have like at least 3 good things on it for it to be really worth keeping. Because the market's gonna be flooded with these jewels. There's gonna be so many. Alright, so we've cleared most of this area out. I guess I'll keep doing tier 3s that we haven't done yet, right? The excavation is one. Just do this one on identify, it's fine. So this is like Act 4. Oh god, porcupines everywhere. Run behind this wall, quick! Alright. This is an actual dead end. I mean, I think maybe this is the visual update, like the actual abyss is easier to see before you activate it, not like where it's tracking, because I don't know if I remember it being like this big before. Like I remember seeing it on the ground. Like, it has, like, little green stuff coming out of it, I guess, but I thought that was always there. Ghastly Eye Jewel. So a Ghastly Jewel is a summoner jewel, right? So minions, right? This is not even worth keeping. So I'm less excited about Ghastly Jewels for this league because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to run any summoners this league. I think I'm going to do something with Elemental. Because there's the jewels, you can have 8 different mods, right? And if I run like an elemental type of build, I'll benefit more from more mods, right? Because right now the biggest problem I have with finding jewels for this build is I can only pretty much have chaos damage. Like, I could get other damage, but it doesn't really scale. So I'm really only looking for chaos damage. And that only leaves me like a couple of possible mods to roll. But if I do like an elemental you know, spectral throw build or something like that, then lightning damage, fizz damage, you know, all of the damages will count, you know. So it'll make it easier to get all eight mods as attack mods if I want to. So another thing that I discovered is these abyss things that pop up. There's like some unwritten time limit or something to them, right? So like when the first hole pops up, you gotta stay around the hole and kill as many monsters around the hole. And if you kill enough monsters in an amount of time around the hole, then it tracks to another one, and tracks to another one, etc. And then you can get either an abyssal depth or an abyssal trove. But if you don't kill the monsters fast enough, then it locks you out. So there actually is like a you have to kill the monsters fast enough type of thing. So it is possible to correctly do an abyss every time and always get at least a trove. I think before I was spending more time on trying to kill like the rare guys and the you know, the like the yellow crazy ones, and those guys heal themselves and take a long time to kill sometimes, and the abyss will move on without them. So don't even worry about the rares. I mean, you can kill them if you can, but you don't have to. And you can always come back and kill them after the trove appears as well. Wait a minute. I'm never picking up a belt in this league again. So just some tips that I've discovered. As you're fighting your way through the abysses. I guess we can look at this. It's not very good. So, it's more about killing monsters around whatever abyss is open at the time, and then immediately moving on to the next one. Is the strategy. And then you can come back and clean it up later. And get all the loot later. So, hopefully I can, you know, never fail one again. So, although you know, you can get better rolls on the jewels and stuff and higher levels, I suppose. So I guess it doesn't matter that much. You know, from like the previous ones that I messed up during leveling. This is not a very dense area. We got smoke and resurrection. The flaming frog is kind of growing on me though. I mean, he's not as fierce as the tiger, but he was on fire. He's got that going for him. Still more than 50. A lot of backtracking in this map. Still hit me. Gorge, nice. Although, I'm already like too high level to really be farming Gorge. I wonder what the map, the high level, like, run repeatedly map is gonna be now that they changed the tiers. Because Gorge used to be like a pretty popular one to run. Because it was like tier 13, I think. And you could run it really fast. Because of the layout. You've never done a spellcaster? Maybe that should be your next tune. Oh man, yeah. Spellcasters are really fun. I mean, it depends. I mean, like, Blade Vortex is technically a spellcaster, right? Even though that feels like heavy melee. So it depends on what you're thinking. You mean like pure spellcaster? And then there's different, like, you could be summoner too. Summoners are kind of spellcasters also. But it's just like a specific type. So like if you went SRS, that would be technically a summoner, but benefits from all spell stuff too. 81 to life and 50 strength crit multi. Yeah, I can't put a resistance on it. You're just thinking EK, but it kind of falls in the same category as Blade Vortex, not really a caster, yeah. I've been wanting to try EK for a while too. There's just so many skills in this game, you know? There's so many skills. So, And I always end up repeating a few here and there because you need a league starter, or you need, you know, sometimes you just need something familiar to like boost yourself. But I gotta say, I'm pretty sure the last time I did Essence Drain, it was not this good.
Ask away.
So I've learned a thing or two, maybe. Or maybe it's just easier now, I don't know. Do I have a channel? No, I don't have a channel. So what else haven't we done? Leyline, I think I did. Cells, Cage. Arcade, I don't think I did Arcade yet. Should we just do unidentified yellow map? Where's Arcade? Oh, it's over here. Okay. What's the worst that could happen? If you really want to go hardcore caster, well, it's definitely desecrated ground at least. Oh, I remember. I know this map. This used to be a tier 1, actually. What's a good caster? I mean, Fireball is very casterly, but I wouldn't recommend that as your first casting build, because Fireball needs a lot of scaling, because it's like a beginning skill. It's kind of like running Frostblades. So, it'll be good. It'll be really easy, you'll be able to use it immediately, but it'll take a lot of work to scale it to endgame. And you'll need really good gear. Same thing with like a Val Spark type of build. It's a decently weak skill. But like with really good gear, you can make it really good. So I'm not sure I'd say, hey, this is a good spell to start with. I mean, you could just do a Firestorm or a Fire Blast build. Not Fire Blast. Yeah, Fire Blast. Firestorm, Fire Blast build. Lots of fire. This is like the easiest boss ever. Astral Plate maybe could be good. No, not that one. I mean, Firestorm is very good. Even if you're not, a lot of people, regardless of what spellcaster build they're going with, a lot of times they'll just run Firestorm until, you know, level 60 or until they have their endgame gear, and then they'll switch over to whatever skill that they're using. Like, that is like a super common way of leveling, just Firestorm through the entire story mode. And even like summon mapping maybe. Before switching over to like whatever skill that they're gonna use. Even people that don't even do caster builds, sometimes they level as Firestorm and then like respect out of like half their tree and switch it to whatever they want. I've seen people do that before. Just because it's so easy. I mean, Firestorm is basically like the, you know, Sorcerer Blizzard of you know, from D2. It's basically that in this game. It's the closest thing you can get to it, unless you want to run like an actual Whispering Ice build, which is pretty much exactly Blizzard from D2. So I wouldn't recommend running Whispering Ice anymore, really, unless you're gonna... Whispering Ice is actually really good if you go intelligence scaling and run CI, because it'll go hand in hand. But CI is kind of not as good anymore. So I'm not sure how good it could be. Plus it'll be really expensive. Because you'll have to get very specific uniques that scale your intelligence like higher than it should be possible. So Kinetic Blast, I've never used Kinetic Blast before. I've seen people run it. I think, who's running it right now? Ziggy D, one of them, I think, is running Kinetic Blast. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good skill to me. It just doesn't seem that exciting. But that would be like a pretty standard one too. That would be like a projectile one. You just go and shoot projectiles at everybody from your wand. So, but yeah, I think one of my very first times playing Path of Exile, I did Firestorm, and it was pretty good. If you do Firestorm, Firestorm has like so many projectiles that rain from the sky. If you do it with like Warlord's Mark or something, you can basically stun lock everything. Because it's such rapid fire. You stun lock everything and it gives you back, and it gives you endurance charges or whatever too. And healing, I think, or it gives you healing. I haven't run Warlord's Mark in forever. It's usually a very defensive skill. But it works really well with the Firestorm because of the rapid hitting. So it basically stun locks them. Cursed enemies get stunned all the time. It gives you life leech, mana leech, and gives you endurance charges. It gives you all of those things. So stun locking people with Firestorm used to be Path of Exile's version of like Blade Vortex, basically. You could also run Dark Pact, I guess, is the new version too. Dark Pact is like the new Blade Vortex. So, because that's what people used to do back in the day. Used to do Warlord's Mark and Firestorm and stun lock bosses and heal themselves and get endurance charges so they would never die. They could just stand and kill them. And then bosses got harder and people changed things, and then they came out with like new skills, and then Blade Vortex, everybody was like, oh, now you can basically stun lock people with Blade Vortex or out leech them because it's such rapid hitting. Blade Vortex used to have like 50 was the max you could get instead of 20, so you'd even hit them, you basically never die. And then I don't think I've done Lighthouse yet. And then they came out with Dark Pact, which was like the next best version after they nerfed Blade Vortex. But now they nerfed Dark Pact too. So I don't know what the OP skill is now. I might just do Spectral Throw. But if I do Spectral Throw, I'll do Elemental. I could do Elemental Blade Vortex too, but I feel like I already did that. I mean, I already did Blade Vortex. It wasn't Elemental, but it doesn't really change it that much. Piercing Truth? At least that's a new one. Lighthouse is basically ridge, right? It seems like it. This is spikes, right? Lightning Tendrils got reworked this patch? Okay. Lightning Tendrils. That's a channeling skill, again. Right? Yeah, I don't know about lightning tendrils. Somebody would have to test it out. I'm never like the creative one that comes up with like crazy stuff to do with skills. Like, I would just look at the modifiers on, you know, what the skill did, and then just try to build for that. But, I don't know, is Lightning Tendrils really supposed to be a main skill? Or is it supposed to be, like, a secondary, like a cast when channeling or something? Let me go. I got one more of these. I already did this one. Nah, I didn't do this one. Okay. Crap. That was really bad.
Belief is the strongest metal of them all.
Ugh, alright, that's such a pain. Alright, we only have 3 left to do though, right? Yeah. 3 left to do, and then we're done for the entire league. That's the best part about the Ascendancies, is that you only have to do the trials once per league, per area, or per rank, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. died before he could ghost him. Too slow.
God bless you on this fine day, exile.
What the heck did I just pick up? Alteration. Yeah, I think King, wasn't it King running Lightning Tendrils when he played this game? Looked like he was doing okay. Well, boom. Made some cash. Anubis minion. And offering. Alright, I guess we'll go up here. Dude, this would be a nice time to have Flame Dash. So I don't have to find the stairs every time. Righteous Fire is a spell too. It takes some finagling to make that work though. Unless you did Righteous Fire totems. You can make your totems immune with Chieftain. You could also think about it the other way, right? You could say, which Ascendancy haven't I done yet? And then try to find a skill that works with that Ascendancy. Or one that you want to try with that Ascendancy. I mean, I tend to run the same Ascendancies over and over again. Like, Slayer comes up a lot, Inquisitor comes up a lot, Trickster comes up a lot. It's kind of why I was doing like Saboteur in the race league, because I was like, oh, I've never run Saboteur, and then I was kind of like, well, what would I run if I did Saboteur? And I was like, well, I guess the easiest, most simple thing seems to be run traps. Although people have done saboteurs that aren't trappers. But it just seemed like, for the first time doing it, it made sense. I gotta find the stairs now. How do I get up here? Way back over here. I guess I should do this whole floor first and then go up. Well, I have to go up now anyway. You're saying this is a lighthouse? Is there water by here? Kind of hard to see. It's just like a clip to nothing. All right, I gotta go up there. Can't fight at the lower ground here. I mean, Fire Blast is a pretty good one. But this skill is the skill that this person's doing right here. Fire Blast. It's a channeling skill again, though. So you gotta stand still a little bit while you're casting it. But you can hold it for shorter or longer. So you have some flexibility as you're casting it. If you do like a short burst, it doesn't do as much damage, but you can do it very quickly and move. Or you can hold it for a really long time and it basically one-shots everything in the game.
You gotta get swifty in here.
Except for bosses, obviously. Unorthodox TV, thank you for the host.
Happy to share my hard-earned wisdom.
Hmm. 35 to life. 27 to life and energy shield. Mana regen. See, none of these are really that good. I could, you know, try to craft this one. 10 to all. That's pretty good already, actually. Maybe I'll keep that. It's Pine Buckler. There's a nothing item, right? It's like leveling. Should we regal this and see if we get really lucky? Very defensive jewel. Life regen? Not great. It doesn't actually have it set the way that we want it. We have to just use one resist. Oh wait, can we do this? Alright. Just the life and the resist then. There we go. 1 chaos maybe? It's pretty much always one or 2 chaos for those. Unless you find like an OP one. Crazy one. I have like, it wasn't particularly like insanely rolled or anything. It's a very convenient one though. You need resistances.
Happy to share my hard-earned wisdom.
Fields. We already have a fields, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so 3, 4, Gorge, Grotto, Volcano, Strand, Relic Chambers? I think we did Relic Chambers right there. Yeah. There's no way to search the map tab. Like if I type Strand, it doesn't like highlight it or go to it or anything. It just leaves it however you had it selected. So the new map tab doesn't have search. Seems bad. Seems really bad. Like it should just highlight it automatically. Seems like a super easy thing to implement. You already have search everywhere else. Like, does search work on like the other tabs? Like the other special tabs? Like the essence tab? Like if I type in life, it highlights the ones that have life in them? Because that's how it should work. And this one, if I was gonna go like mask, it pops it up. Or if I said whispering, wait, yeah, whispering ice. Yeah, it does seem to work. So I'm not sure why they don't have search on this tab. You know? I mean, it does like actually do the search, but you still have to, it doesn't like go to the page. Like graveyard. So they're all highlighted and these are all not highlighted. But like, if I was here and I typed graveyard in, it doesn't do any indication that it's tier 1. Maybe if I type tier 1. You used to be able to do tiers and maps, you know? And they would highlight. Seems bad. Haunted Mansion? Have we done that yet? I guess we should do Maze, right? I think there's a Shaper portal there. Oh, it's not there anymore. I'll do it anyway. Increase the area of effect.
Learn anything new? Good luck with your maps.
So when I need to figure out where a map is now, I gotta go look at the actual Atlas map and then go to that tier and then find it instead of just searching. So It's really only good. Like, the organization is really nice, but it's tailored towards people who know which tier each map is in. And since they just moved all the maps, I'm not really good on where they all are anymore. So I have to keep flipping back and forth. I guess hopefully they'll add that. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't. I guess that's what happens when you get stuff early. You're the guinea pig, right? Whatever kinks that need to be worked out still. So, not that it's broken or anything, but... just seems incomplete for a game like this. That seems very user-friendly otherwise. This is a pretty good map for Essence Strain because everybody is like pretty grouped up because of the narrow corridors. So even if I hit somebody in the center of this room, it might just clear the entire room. Which is pretty sick. This is the boss. That's the bated breath, isn't it? Don't really need that. But amulets. That's so beautiful. Watching them all crumble at once. Essence Drain is like dominoes. You hit the first one and then they just all kind of tumble. Alright. That's pretty cleared.
Ask away.
LE resists. Very little though. Cool. We do have room for that. More gambler cards. Raccoon nests. We have done that already. So what was that? That was Maze? I wish this would tell you if you completed it on this area, you know? Like maybe, like there's a highlight here, right? But maybe, they could have like a tick or a star or something. Or maybe change the color of it. So you don't have to keep flipping back and forth to the atlas. Yeah, let's just do this. So we need channels, silver vents, I don't think I have that. Borrows has already been completed. Toxic sewer. Conservatory. Ivory Temple. Ivory Temple used to be tier 12, I think. So toxic sewers there. Spider lair, I believe we already did. Haunted Mansion? Did I do Haunted Mansion? I did, okay. Ivory Temple, oh, this one's already been identified. Ranged monsters crit, 2 additional projectiles. Oh, it's also inhabited by ranged monsters that fire 2 additional projectiles? Alright. Super dangerous. Let's do it. Yeah. Those are ranged monsters, alright. So everybody has like at least LMP basically. Oh, great. Had to have been a never can die mob. Keep it interesting. At least ranged monsters are usually like weaker on the HP in the game. So they do die pretty quickly. But that is a lot of projectiles to get hit with at once.
Oh yeah, you gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here.
Health connection with the hosts. Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. There's nothing here. Ooh. Excuse me. That just came out of nowhere. I was like, ah. Didn't even have enough time to mute. Alright, I guess I'll do the arena while we're here. I forget what the arena is for this. I mean, they could have also changed it. Oh. Of course, lots of projectiles. Right? Nice. Light Totem is actually working out pretty good. Man, that is some crappy rewards. Oh, is there multiple bosses in this? That's just like a random section. Too many projectiles. Okay. Two-tone boots. I think we're pretty much clear the mob here. Cool. And that was, what, every temple? Nice.
Happy to share my hard-earned wisdom.
Four-link, two-tone boots. Toxic sewer, also. I'm assuming that's like the sewers from Deodra's area. Or maybe just Act 3 sewers. This should be another good one for Essence Drain because they'll all be connected by the corridors. Fusing? That's it. There's definitely gonna be backtracking on this map. Another maze. Oh, is that the boss? Yep. Beautiful. Cleared out all those rooms in one shot. It is kind of a big loop. Would have been nice if there was an abyss or something, but we got 2 maps, I guess. So more tier 5s that we haven't done. I don't think we have channel or sulfur vents. I don't think I found a marsh. Courthouse. Don't have that either. Academy, thicket, and fields. No, we haven't done Academy, actually. Phantasmagoria is now tier 6. Academy is library, right? Yeah. Bone helmet. Well, this one has an abyss. How did I know? Went right through him. Demon horn. Oh, somebody wants to buy the jewel already. Nice. I guess this is the league for just sell random things. If you just sell jewels for like chaos each or something, people would probably buy them. Crafting tab. Fire damage to spells. Crit multi. Physical damage is chaos damage.
At your service.
Not really worth anything. It'd be kind of interesting to run with this build, right? But, I don't get any physical damage, though. I guess it'd be better on like a blade vortex or something. Because blade vortex does physical damage. And does a spell. The scholar, give me those scrolls. Check it. This is the arena. Where is he? Yeah, that Blight Totem. Blight Totem makes it way easier to kill the bosses. So much slower. I mean, I'm also running temp chains, I guess, but... Next time when I go to another character, I'm gonna have like such a hard time avoiding all the attacks because everything will be so much faster again. right now, like, most of the attacks these bosses do, it's like so easy to avoid because they're going in slow motion. Destined to crumble. $11 monsters remain. Pretty good.
Ask away.
Nice. Pretty sure I did Arachnid Dust already, right? I did Residence and Arachnid Dust as my tier 7s so far. So I got Bazaar to do. No curse. Oh, there's rats. That was Bazaar before at 13. Or something like that. Man, these ice shots. Ice throwing ribbons are pretty annoying. Ow. Here, yeah. Oh wait, now I feel like this was a low tier map actually. Guy's still alive. Definitely updated the enemies, I think. I mean, the enemies look the same, but I think they're casting different things. I mean, I guess now that they made different types of everything, like ice ribbons, they used to have fire and lightning, so it only made sense. They'd make an ice with. Ooh, excuse me. Bacon?
You there. Let me bend your ear for a moment.
What is that? Laboratory. I don't think I have that one yet. The blood pit.
So here's...
Man, I feel like Vegan's AI needs to be updated. He's so do nothing. I mean, I know it was like slowing him down, but I didn't even think he attempted one attack. Wow. 85. Nice. Made it to 85. The build is done. We can do Shaper now. JK. Ow. Follow the abyss. Trove. A lot of hypnotic jewels. Good. So are the jewels we're using. So I have a bunch of life to get. I mean, we're level 85, right? So how many actual levels do we really have left? I mean, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we went to 90, could be like 1, 2, 3. We need 3 more to get a jewel socket, right? I mean, we could get the jewel socket now. I would just have to respect out of like a couple of these 5%ers. Because we have 1 point, so we need 2 more. I would lose 10% life, and then we just get it back. Because I think after that 3rd jewel, the only other things I'm gonna get is just whatever life we can get. So it'd be, there's a point here. So basically we're 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. That'd be all the life we can get. Yeah, that's about it. I think this is where we were when we started that abyss. It's only 39 remaining. It's pretty good. That's close. I'm not going to 91. Yeah. I mean, to like get every single thing, it would be 91.
Happy to share my hard-earned wisdom.
I personally probably won't go to 91. I don't know, my first character of last league went to 91, or went to 90. So we could make it to 90.
At your service.
I need to make it to 90 with a character, so we can get the achievement. Chaos and cold damage and lightning damage? That seems good, right? Three damage rolls. It's still 1 to 2 chaos. Crit chance, crit multi, energy shield, fire resistance. Put life on it. We want to do a crit build, I guess. I can keep a couple amulets. Flasks. And I don't feel like we're making currency as good this time around. I definitely haven't done gardens yet. So, should we respect out of the two to just get the next jewel? I would need to refund 2, right? I mean, I already have it. It's right here. It gives us like 138 to DPS. According to this tooltip. It's probably even better like if you use Path of the Building. Plus it also puts our Blight totem to 25 increased cast damage, 25 increased cast damage, so now it's 50 increased cast damage. When we put our Blight totem up. And they have 100% increased hinder duration. Although the duration is not that important because the totem will be up constantly during the boss fights. So, plus I got these skill durations too. Man, is this extra life or something? This map? You guys are tanky. Oh, it's less resistances too. Looks like -5 to resistances. To like the max resistances. So, I lost about 200 life doing that though. But I guess we can gain it back. The reason why this build would probably actually really do need to go to level 90 to be able to do like Shaper and stuff is because our life is way too low. Can't do Shaper with under 5k life. But we're Shadow, so it's very tough to get 5k life with a Shadow. I'm pretty much gone to every life spot I can get. Normally the 2 jewels, if they weren't unique jewels, they would have health on them. So I'd have even more health. These guys are super tanky. There's gotta be extra life. You aren't, just don't get hit. OP. Yeah. Just don't get hit by Shaper, sure. I mean, it's not even so much like Shaper. Like the Guardians themselves will be very tough without 5k life. I think they can one-shot if we're that low. I think we even got one-shot before with 5k life last league. Like it's possible. I mean, we do have some evasion, I guess. Whoa. Dropping the loots. Where is this abyss going? Well, we got a trove again. No depths today, right? You guys seen the depths today? I think it's RNG. I don't think it depends how fast you kill everything. I mean, it depends. To get anything, you need to do it fast enough. But I don't think it matters for what type of thing you get. I really do not like this map. Like too many crevices and stuff. Plus the density is just terrible. To fight one stone guy in a whole room? Thought they said they normalized the density. I mean, this is a lot of guys in one room. Sometimes they have tons of guys in one room. I guess overall the map's density has been normalized. But just like the layout of where they're placed is pretty poor. Man, we got a lot of unique traps in this map though. I'm not sure any of them are good though, but... But lots of drops nonetheless. Flight totem is so OP. Trove again. Did I just pick up something stupid? Okay. What else we got? Topaz ring. don't know what this is. I've never seen that before. This is like the fast shooting guy, right? Yeah. Is it really never die? Really? I had to get never die roll. Bizarre map. Gardens map completed. Searching Idol. Wand attacks, intelligence, evasion. I mean, that's... This is like a kinetic blast. Cool. Songs current? Oh, I'm playing a playlist of like, it's like this. So this is, we're at 2 hours and 8 minutes in. So that is, sounds like Zelda. Yeah. It's this from this. Yeah, I'm not playing, I'm not using the song request thing right now. Although you could, do song requests. I just wanted to play something like, I don't know, kind of relaxing. It's been kind of a crazy week for me. Dendrobate Sentinel Jacket. Socketed gems are supported by level 10 lesser poison. Energy shield. Lots of resistances, no life though. 91 increased damage with poison if you have at least 300 dexterity. 19 increased poison duration if at least 150 intelligence. So this is like an assassin. Probably. You'd run assassin. I guess maybe you could do it with ranger. Because you have a lot of dexterity there too. But you get the poison. That's nothing. Socketed gems are supported by level 15 added chaos. Socketed gems have blood magic. Blood magic. %10 increased life. Would you want blood magic though? These are the Meganords, yeah. Super strength gloves. These are the Rainbow Strides. Which are pretty good for endgame. It's block chance, applies to spells, this is good for endgame, for all the hard bosses. A lot of people decide Rainbow Stride as their boot of choice. Especially if you can't afford like the really expensive ones. Like the really expensive boots. But this is nothing, pretty much. I'm out of space! Also nothing. Rainbow Stride, sell for a chaos. Look at our rolls though. This is what everybody cares about. Maybe the resistances. Still a chaos. I guess they're chaos. These should be something. I guess not. People don't care about these anymore. Alright.
At your service.
I guess I'll just put them all in there. I think I accidentally picked that one up. Just one mod. Damage over time and physical damage to spells. Crit chance. No. None of that seems good at all. Previous one was funny, Super Mario Sunshine.
Ask away.
Yeah. Yeah, the previous one was Super Mario Sunshine. Yeah, you're right. That was one of those Marios that I never actually played. I think I usually recognize the music from it though.
Ask away.
The game is still pretty popular though. I guess speedrunners now. So we just did this one, Gardens. So what was that, tier 7? Yeah, we just did this one. Ramparts and Residents. Did we do Ramparts yet? I didn't even see it. Residence is here. I guess it might be in this area. These ones you can see everything connected to it, so it can't be over here. Because this is a tier 6 and this is a 7. So it might be like right here. I guess we haven't done Ramparts then. Something dropped. Chaos, nice. Dark Pact. It's 4-link hubris circlet. Nothing. Just kidding. I guess we'll take all this stuff. Strapped boots. Those are the Gnomic Storm. Summon Raging Spirits. My Summon Raging Spirits build was pretty good when I did that. I do like that. SRS can pretty much do all the content in the game pretty well. Pretty much just contagion forever. Elrion, your missions are so long. Very engaging, me standing in one place, doing nothing. Thank God you only have to do Masters once per league, too. That would be crazy. I think if they had a supporter pack that was like leveled masters as one of the things, I would totally do it. But that's like really not in the style of the game. It's never been pay to win. So, but leveling masters just seems tedious. I think it's because I've just been like, I've done so many leagues that it's just the same thing. I haven't really updated it. Abyss is getting dangerously close to that second Abyss. I really don't want to trigger them both at the same time. Another trove. The trader. Guess I'll take the chrome. Crusader chainmail. Map. Alright, we were over here. And then... Is that it? This was the first place? Yeah, I think that was it. Ow. Trove again. Wait, where did it go? This way? And then back over here. Alright. That's it for those. Haven't really had that many exciting abysses today. Just been getting all the regular. Break those pots. Like Zelda. You come into my home, you break all my pots, and you take all my stuff. And you're the hero. Single Valor Orb. Nice. Haven't gotten that many fusings yet, but with all the jewelers are getting to trade them into fusings. I think I'd have to at least wait till I had like a few hundred fusings though, for trying to roll something. Chisel. Alright. Group up, everyone. Nice. Just slow down, mister. Slow it down. Jumping around like a maniac.
Happy to share my hard-earned wisdom.
Ramparts complete. Alright, sweet.
Happy to share my hard-earned wisdom.
I don't really need that. Chaos, lightning, increased armor. This one mod. Lightning, chaos, fire, and lightning. If you're dual wielding, seems good. Four damage mods. Not found. It's a unique one. It's lightning, fire, and chaos. Guys selling it for at least 3 chaos. That could be good. Strength and intel, life and resistance. Could roll one more prefix. This seems pretty good though. It's 4 damage rolls. One. Are they even good tiers? How do I know what tier they are? I need a tier update for these items. These things are both worth nothing. I should trade in, get a unique.
At your service.
Bows and lightning. Oh wait, how much is this? Corrupted Wand for chaos.
At your service.
I think we did both those maps already. This one goes here. I'll have to take a look at that later. Alright, so uniques. I don't care about these, right? Am I gonna run this mall at all? I don't know. I guess I can use these 5.
A merchant seeks to trade
Sundance
misfitting
boots?
gifts. 5 for 1. But what is the 1?
Attack speed, evasion, rarity. Oh, these are magic climb boots.
Happy to share my hard-earned wisdom with you.
That's nice. Could've used those earlier
Hello?
though.
A desperate ally seeks your aid.
Master triple.
Ask away.
Channel? I still don't have a channel map. I don't have chat though either. But where was Ramparts? Here? Oh, it's here. Cool. Well, we got that part filled in then. Nice. I think I might end stream actually. Made pretty good progress for today. Laboratory, temple, we haven't done yet. I just did ramparts, right? Yeah, laboratory and temple, I guess, are the next 2. 40 down feels so far away from the end. Yeah. Well, you just gotta kind of do it piece by piece. This is already like a pretty good amount of progress, right? 40 is a lot. Jungle Queen's playing PoE right now? Cool. Yeah, they're always fun to watch. So, their chat's pretty silly too. I just want to get all this highlighted and nice and... I think they updated the map because obviously they changed some stuff and it's got all the like shaper stuff appearing everywhere now. So I think the completed map is gonna it's gonna be even more shiny and nice when we get there. But I mean, this character can totally do all the maps. I'm pretty sure. I mean, when we get to the harder maps, it will be harder, but you know, we certainly have enough to do it. I think we're just gonna have to work up some more life, but I think, you know, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There's 25% more life to get. That's a lot of life. And 30% if I got that, if we went to 91. 30% more life is a lot of life. Also there's a 4th ascendancy too. I guess if we really want to be defensive, we'd take Ghost Dance, because we get evasion rating. You know, who cares about the energy shield, I guess, cast speed. And then this gives us the chance to dodge more stuff, which is nice because I didn't get acrobatics because it's like really far away. And then the other thing is, yeah, acrobatics is really far away. The other thing we could do is walk the Aether, which gives us more mana, which technically actually might even be better for this build because it's a mind over matter build. So more mana is actually really good, means more life basically. This is like 8% more life, but not really. It's like 8%. It's like 30% of 8%, I guess. More life. And then this also gives increased attack and cast speed, but then it gives 20% increase in cast speed. If you use the movement skill recently, which is always, because we're going to be like dodge, dodge constantly, even during boss battles. So this will be up all the time. So it seems like that might be better. I mean, if we could actually get all the way over here, it would be really good, but because it gives you tons of evasion. But it's not worth getting rid of our tons of mana. I don't think we need to do all that. Those just went live. Rip all the smaller PoE streams. Yeah. Well, wasn't Ziggy D? Ziggy D was online too, right? They're always streaming though. It's like the beginning of the league. This pretty much streams 24/7. I'm not even sure when he's not streaming. Every time I look, he is streaming. So, anyway, Javs on Twitch. Check me out on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Discord. Join the Discord for cool hangouts. And yeah, if you guys want to chat or hang out or whatever, hit me up on the Discord. I can answer any PoE questions as well. And if you want to hype up what you think my next build should be, etc. So I actually think we made like 150 jewelers tonight also, which is crazy. I'm getting a lot of jewelers very quickly. Some of these high level maps. I'm back up to 30 chaos again, 32 chaos again. I did sell a few things, so I guess that's mostly it, but we did actually get chaos drops as well. So I haven't done any chaos recipes at all this league either. So I feel like the flow of currency is easy just by playing the game, more so than it has been in previous leagues where you really had to like sell some stuff to get ahead. So although if we still haven't gotten our first Exalt drop. Last league I think I had 3 or 4 for the whole league. So that's what we're aiming for. Exalt drops. I don't think we had an Exalt drop on the first tune though. It was like 2 or 3 in, maybe. So it is decently rare, obviously, but we'll see. Alright guys, thanks so much for joining in. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will catch you guys later. Probably, what's tomorrow? Thursday? Not tomorrow, but Friday could happen. So, and then Saturday I'm gonna be going to see Star Wars. And then Sunday could happen, maybe. So, check me out on Friday. I'll tweet about it. And Discord, etc. You kind of hate the Chaos Regal recipes, so Clunky forces you to hoard? Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to do it in this league, for sure. If you want to make money in this league, just hoard the jewels. Just hoard the Abyss jewels and sell these. Because if you get like 2 good mods, you can sell it for like a Chaos probably. So I would just hoard... I would hoard the Abyss jewels. It's really easy to get them. They drop like all the time. And there's like... There's probably at least 1 Abyss per map. I think there was only 1 map today that had no Abyss. But several of them had like 2 or 3 Abyss in them. So... You know, and then each abyss probably drops like 5 jewels. You know? So, yeah. If you get like 2 attack mods in life, or, you know, resistance attack mod in life, or something like that, you can sell it. Probably for a chaos or 2. You know? And you get so many of them that, you know, like I sold a jewel today that wasn't even that good. It was like all resist and 25 life, I think. It was something like that. It was like 10 all resist and 25 life sold for chaos. So I probably could have sold it for 2 chaos. So, but it was like really fast too. I put it in the sell area, and the guy messaged me like within the map that I was in at the time. So I've been vendoring them, yeah. Well, vendoring them is just, you know, I vendor a bunch too. The ones that don't look that good, I vendor. But all those attack mods that you can get, like this one that I found that has 4 attack mods on it, this one's got to be worth a lot. I just got to look up the tiers, because I think the tiers probably aren't that good. This one. But it has lightning damage, chaos damage, fire damage, and lightning damage to 2 spells. So, and you just have to be dual wielding. So, dual wielding spellcaster out there gets 4 damage mods. Seems good. Even if this was a leveling jewel, you know? I mean, it's not, it requires 45, but I mean, it seems pretty decent. I put 3 of them in and got it, and someone's selling it for 3 chaos. So it's at least 3 chaos, but I think it probably should be more. Like if I did just the chaos and lightning, maybe. It's just, no, I can't find this jewel because it's too good. I can't find it. You got a 4 damage one, but for staffs? Yeah. Well, that's fine too. There's someone out there using that. It's probably less popular, but people still do. Someone bought a staff for me earlier today for 5 chaos. It was a unique one, obviously, but they're using it. So, they probably want that jewel that you have. There were no other ones, so you YOLO'd it for 50C, yeah. Yeah, you can always, like, drop the price as you go, right? I mean, I might just put it up for, like, an Exalt. How much is an Exalt in this league right now? I don't even know. Just because I don't have an Exalt yet, it would be nice to get one.
Ask away.
But I don't know if it's really worth an Exalt. If they were all, like, max rolls, maybe, but I don't think they're all max rolls, so... It's probably like, I don't know, 4 damage mods? Seems crazy to me. Maybe like 20 chaos. I don't know. It's hard to measure right now because there's not. Most people are probably using jewels if they're that good when they find them. So, the Necro holds a 2-handed sword. Badass. Okay. I'm not sure what you're referring to. She like drags it. What did I do? I think I did... I was using a staff when I did Summoner build last. I'm pretty sure. Do you mean like, what is it, like the Ascendancy picture? No. You don't mean the Ascendancy picture. Oh, the Jungle Queen is using a two-handed sword? Okay. Yeah, it's probably, what's it called? I always find it, actually, every league, but, I don't think I have it right now. I mean, I don't know for sure. So, list of unique swords. Wait, are these two-handed? No, these are one-handed. Two-handed. Is it this one? No. Queen's Decree, that's it. She's probably running Queen's Decree. Or, I think there's bigger ones. That's like the one I usually find though. But, which is the other one? Not Starforge. This, I mean, this, it's not a very powerful sword, but it gives you all, like, gives you an extra zombie, skeleton, and specter. I guess this is the updated one, Queen's Escape. Gives them increased life and stuff like that. I guess it's fine, because you're not really doing the damage of the sword anyway. You don't care. It's like the minions deal increased damage. What's the difference between these two? Are there two of them? They're like the same. This one has skeleton duration, this one has movement speed. Oh, this one has movement speed. They both have skeleton duration. Yeah, so maybe she's doing this Queen's Escape. Just the way the witch holds a two-handed sword is interesting. Yeah, I guess you usually don't see a witch with two-handed sword, right? But yeah, summoner builds. Summoners. So she's probably using a lot of ghastly jewels then. For a summoner build. That's cool. It's cool that they have good abyss jewels for everybody now. Really makes the market great for lots of possibilities for lots of jewels. Like, look how unique these can get. Chaos damage, fire damage, damage over time, and phasing. I mean, it's pretty sweet. This build would never be able to get phasing otherwise. Unless I use like a very specific flask or something. So, it's the Jungle Queen. I'd be surprised if she was even spending points. Spending, like, points in what? In the passive tree? I'm sure she knows how to play the game. She's played Path of Exile for a pretty good time. She's usually goes in and out. But yeah, she's pretty casual. Pretty casual player. So... Alright, I'm gonna take off. I'm a little tired. So, last league she only spent points with someone subbed. That is crazy. That's really funny. I mean, that's an interesting way to play the game. And the sub got to choose where to put it too? Oh, so it was like chat makes the build? That's cool. Or subs make the build, I guess. I don't know if I could actually play this game like that. It would be very difficult to have like a really unoptimized build. Unless the people in the subs were like really hardcore Path of Exile fans that knew where everything should go and didn't want a troller. But I feel like if you're watching Jungle Queen, you're probably not like, you know, #1 Path of Exile build master. So, but that's pretty much like how she is though, you know? Likes to have fun and involve chat and stuff like that, so it fits pretty well. It's nice. That's cool. Should I let you choose how I should build my next character, VPR? You think we would be able to take down Shaper with the VPR suggested build? LUL. I would just say chat, but you know, then you have to have more people that actually chatted to get different suggestions. I would if I did that, I would have 0 points spent for the entire league. I'd never spend a point ever. I would just have to spend a point every single time anybody said anything in chat. That would be more tailored to my my stream. Anyway, level 85 is pretty good. I'm gonna call it for the night. The last haul to 90 is rough. Takes a while. Probably by the time we're like burning through red maps, we'll get there. So I could double check gear again too, but we're sitting pretty good right now, and my resistances are very nice. So, and the blight totem is really crazy OP with these gloves. So I am curious to see how slow some of the bosses go with this blight totem on there. It'll be nice to check it. Which of those three? This is what? You're looking for something? You're looking at jewels? So this person might not really be selling this for 2, but searching eye? Are you going ranged all of a sudden? This person's AFK also. So you got cold, physical, onslaught in life, or increased attack speed, lightning, life, and onslaught. Life, increased damage over time, strength and dex. Why do you need damage over time? You're doing bleed or something? This is technically only 1 damage mod, I guess. They all have onslaught, right? So this one is 1 damage mod and attack speed. So this one's probably the best, I guess. This has the most damage. And it has the most life, too. Yeah. Yeah, I would probably go with this one first. If you can't get this one, then I would go with this one. They're all pretty much the same, though. You're not gonna... I mean, this one doesn't have much damage on it. So I would maybe check these mods. Attack speed, yeah. If you need attack speed, then sure. Onslaught gives you attack speed. So... gain onslaught for 4 seconds on kill. I mean, you're pretty much gonna have onslaught all the time with that. 6% chance is pretty high. 7% chance of phasing for 4 seconds on kill. I pretty much have the same thing. How often is my character phasing while we're fighting? Pretty much every time, right? We're always phasing. So you'll be on onslaught all the time. So if you get the onslaught and attack speed one, then yes, it's a little bit faster for sure. So 3 to 49 lightning damage, or 11 to 21. So, I mean, you could throw it into Path of Building too. I mean, they're all really good. They're all really good. They're all pretty much the same. I guess this one is probably the one I wouldn't do, if you had to choose. Unless you're really investing a lot into your damage over time, I'm not sure the 12% makes sense. So, I mean, for me, that would be really good. And I actually do have it. 12% increased damage over time. So, 2 Elk 1 has 1% less percent of onslaught. Yeah, that's nitpicky though. 6 and 7%, it's not that big of a difference. You won't really notice it. If it was like 3% to 7%, then yes, I would say yeah, sure. But 6 to 7% is not a big deal. Attack speed's really good though. For onslaught type builds. And Sunder's pretty slow, so I do like the idea of doing Sunder with high attack speed builds. So you can, you know, get the most out of it. Two Elk 1's already gone, yeah. It seemed like that was kind of a ridiculous price. Yeah, so go with the other one then. I mean, you could slightly change one of those things, and you'll be fine. So, but yeah, it's so OP, right? To get those mods. Like, where would you be able to get Onslaught on your belt while also getting life, while also getting an attack? While also getting a resistance if you want, or a strength and dexterity, or whatever you need, right? It's crazy. It's crazy mods you can get. So, alright. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your night. I'll see you probably... What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. I'll see you probably Friday. So join back in for some more Path of Exile. You guys looking pretty sweet now. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Boom. It's graceful music. Might have to put it on in the background while I just kind of relax. Have a good stretch. Alright, good night.